What's up YouTube, it's Shanti Hall here, and for today's video I want to talk more about Summer League, so we're going to focus on the Phoenix Suns. This is definitely one of the more interesting Summer League teams because the Suns have so much young talent. But the players I'm going to try to focus on in this video are Deandre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Jackson. But before I give you my thoughts on each of these players, let me give you the numbers. Starting with Deandre Ayton, he averaged 14.5 points per game, 10.5 rebounds, no assists, 1 block. Moving on to Mikal Bridges, he had 6.2 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, less than 1 assist, 1.6 steals, and shot 46% from the field. Lastly, Josh Jackson averaged 10.3 points per game, 2.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.3 steals, and shot 24% from the field. Alright, so now you've got the numbers, I want to start off by giving my thoughts on Deandre Ayton. So the first thing I really liked about Ayton was that he got double teamed almost immediately and he handled it really well. He never tried to force anything, he just got the ball out of his hands quickly to the open man. And since he'll be playing with a lot of shooters like Devin Booker, Trevor Ariza, and Mikal Bridges, that's a very valuable skill. Moving on though, something else I thought Ayton did really well was run up and down the floor. He looked really fast and set himself up for some pretty nice alley-oops, and although he is a talented post player, I can see a lot of his offense coming from this early on. And I mostly say that because I think it'll take a little bit for the Suns to figure out how to use him properly. Okay, so the last really big positive thing that I noticed for Deandre Ayton was that he did a really solid job on the offensive glass, which I don't really think should surprise anybody. It's one of the things that really impressed people while he was at Arizona, but it's nice to see it translate to a little bit more difficult of a setting. Those are all the big things that I noticed that Ayton did really well, but I do have a few concerns about some of the things that he did in Summer League. The first issue that I noticed was that he seemed to struggle to establish position in the post, and that made it really difficult for his teammates to try to get the ball inside to him. It's not like he doesn't have the size to get position down there, so I like to see him try to be a lot more physical. Something else I had an issue with was that he seemed to be getting lost on D at times. I believe his effort on the defensive end of the floor was solid, I just think he needs to stay more engaged during the game. Because if he's losing his man against Summer League teams, how is he going to do against real NBA squads? That's all I want to say about Deandre Ayton for now, so let's move on to Mikal Bridges. And the biggest thing that I can say for him is that he's as advertised, a 3-and-D player. And I think the Suns are confident that he'll have some immediate impact doing that job, which is why we didn't see too much of him in the Summer League. He was only playing around 20 minutes per game, but during that time, he excelled at the things that we expected him to. I think he'll look even better once he's in the proper system and he's playing with teammates who are actually looking to find him for the open shot. If I had to give weaknesses though, I'd say that he never really looked to create his own shot, so that's kind of concerning. If he showed that he was able to, the Suns could be a lot more optimistic about his potential. But then again, that's not really his game. I don't really have anything else to say for Bridges, so let's move on to Josh Jackson. And he really didn't play all that well during his time in the Summer League, which is a little bit disappointing. And I say that because his shot selection was pretty bad. He was taking a lot of contested jump shots and forcing some layups. And I get that it's Summer League and a lot of dudes do this, but most of the other guys are trying to make a roster, and Josh Jackson already has a guaranteed spot. I'm definitely going to be checking back during the season to see how much this improves, because being part of a system should help. But that's really all I had to say for the Suns this Summer League. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and leave me a like. If you enjoy NBA content in general, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.